Hey guys, on this episode of Gaming and Collecting, me and Alex are going to be looking back at one of our earlier episodes and kind of a celebration of us being very close to 200 episodes. Honestly, I used to think this was one of our like the first episodes where we found our peak, but after listening to this, I think we were kind of boring back then. But it's interesting to look back and we'll discuss some more. But on to the episode, everybody. So how you been?
Hi there, Bill. How are you?
Thought you were done with this.
Nope, I'm never done. I'm a gremlin.
So are you done, or can we start the episode now?
But we already started the episode. Are you
I'm not
gonna
listening.
edit this out?
I'm not
Are
listening
you
to
gonna
that the
edit it
entire
out?
episode.
Like you won't do it, my burps. How dare you?
So how you been? Seriously,
When was the last time we recorded?
like a week ago. It was a Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday. It's Saturday. You
It
dumb
is
bum.
Saturday because we're recording because you're not available on Wednesdays at the moment, so we're recording on a
Well,
Saturday.
it's for like 3 weeks. For now. Yeah. I've been good. I mean, nationals is in not next week, but the week after. So I've been busy, and then work's been busy. It's been busy, and then I have a little pool baby. I took her to the vet for the first time. Do you
How'd
want to
that
hear
go?
about that?
Sure.
Well, so on the day before I took her to the vet, which I took her on, I think it was Tuesday or Thursday. I think it was Tuesday. I left work a little bit early. And but the night before that, I tried to pick her up as a trial run, which I was able to, but I did get clawed quite a bit, which wasn't fun. So the next day, she has this toy that she's obsessed with. It has like a little thing, like on a little stick and like a little bit of feathery strings on it, and it spins around and changes direction all the time. She's obsessed with it. So she was playing with that, and she gets into a point where she lays down. She just like goes like thump, thump, and just like keeps whapping it from one spot. So while she was doing that, I just pinned her down and I just grabbed her and held her out in front of me so she couldn't claw at me. And then she just like looked at me with this face of like, "What are you doing?" And I ran up the stairs and I just threw her in the guest room because I was like, okay. I knew I was gonna drop her if I tried to shove her into a bag, so I was like, I'm just gonna shove her in the room. So I took a moment to like be like, okay, I did that. Step one, step two, get her in the bag. She made a noise that I have never heard a cat make. It was like a human scream. It was terrifying. No, I'm not kidding. Like she made this scream that was so human and so loud and so angry. And I was like, I'm sorry. So she immediately hid under the bed. So I knew what I had to do. I had to take the bed apart. So I took all the pillows off. I pulled the mattress off the bed. I tilted it against the wall. She was like, "What the hell?" She's like, "I can't even hide under here." And then eventually I just kind of got her cornered, and I was just like, "Get in the bag! Get in the bag!" And she got in the bag, and she cried all through the house. And then as soon as the car started moving, silent. And then as soon as we got out of the car, screaming. So it was
So
great.
when you take her to the groomer, it's going to be a.
Oh yeah, and the first time with the group, well, that was why I had to take her to the vet because she needed a shot. Um, basically needed a shot like to go to the groomer, just like as a policy they have there. So I got it done, and it's just for her safety too. Just because it is an environment where she'll be around other cats, so she just needed the vaccine. But when I took her to the vet, the vet started asking me, she's like, "So what do you feeding her. And I was like, well, she's on a mix of like adult and kitten food. That's like what the organization told me to feed her. And she's like, yeah, get her off the kitten food. She's getting a little chunky back here. So Pooh's fat. So she's off the kitten food. Which is pretty funny. And what else? Oh yeah, and then she also told me like I asked too because she looked at her butt. She's a fluffy cat, so she looked at her butt. She's like, "Wow, she's really clean down here. No dingleberries." She's got nothing. But then I asked, and I was like, "All right, this is a weird question." And the vet was like, "Nothing's weird to me." I'm like, "All right." She may think this is weird, and I was just like, "She takes massive turds." Like, and I literally went and showed, like, they're like this big around. Like, is her butt okay? Like, but the pools are massive. Like, they're huge, and they're always like a lot. So I asked, she's like, nope, she's fine. And I was like, okay.
You didn't ask about the fact that she eats everything in sight.
Well, yeah, I said it's probably a little bit of that. Yeah. So that was fun. But yeah, I'm taking her to the groomer next weekend, next Sunday. Usually I would say, hey, let's go to Cracker Barrel, but I actually have to stay. I think for like the first part of it, or for the whole appointment, maybe, because she's a kitten, so they do like a kitten consultation. You don't just throw the cat at them and hope for the best. So that should be interesting. I mean, like once like she was on the table, like at the vet, like she was fine. Like she didn't hiss at them, she didn't scream at them. Like she wasn't happy, but she like wasn't being mean or anything. So hopefully that's a good sign. But yeah, I asked the vet if her giant turds meant something, and they don't. So
Lovely.
that's my update. What about you? Oh, I got new manga.
What about you? No, fuck your story.
Yeah,
I got
fuck your
manga.
story. Fuck your story. Fuck you, man.
How's your manga?
I bought a volume of Magi, and I went back and I looked. I had bought a different volume. They sent me a different volume. I tried to contact the seller, and then the seller mysteriously disappeared. So I got scammed, which sucks. But I sold the volume to a local store for $1. $1.
That's
was
$1
fine.
you didn't have before. So
No, it's $9 that I lost.
well, you would have got nothing if you just pawned it off on me, so you got something.
No, true. So I got $1, but then I was like, of course I need to look around. So I'm looking through all the manga, and then of course I kind of browsed through. They had a volume of the Apothecary Diaries, and I was like, oh, this is like half expensive as the normal price. Yoink. I took that. I got the first volume of that. But then I was looking around, I was looking at stuff, and I noticed Trigun. I was like, oh, and it's like really old. Like, I sent you a photo of it, but I got 3 volumes, which was pretty sick. Those were all like full price though. Those were all like $10 each because they're very rare. So that was pretty cool. But I got 3 volumes of Trigun, which is pretty sick. So now I have to collect the rest.
Well, the big special editions are coming out pretty soon.
Well, yeah, I'll buy those too, but I might as well collect those as I see them.
You got the bug.
I do, but it's your fault. You gave me the bug.
So
You gave me the bug. Oh, speaking of bugs, these gross. Do you see those creepy long like beetle bug things? They have like little pincers.
maybe I don't.
Roaming. They keep trying to get into my house, and every time they do in the morning, I just smush them. And I think I have like 20 of dead corpses in my front door.
It happens.
I need to clean it, but they just keep appearing every time. I just smush. I'm like, you're not getting in my house. Mostly because I had this one time when I was living back at the apartment. One of them got into my coffee straw. I didn't see it. I drank my coffee, and like I could not drink coffee for a week after that because I kept throwing up in my mouth. They brew me coffee for a week because, of course, I fucking sorry, I'm thinking about it. It's making me want to throw up. It was traumatizing. So I fucking hate those bugs, and I squished them on site.
Lovely. I went on an adventure yesterday before I got home from work, and it was a fucking monsoon out.
Yeah, I tried going to dance, and I got soaked immediately and said, "Fuck this." Also, couldn't even get out onto the street. I attempted to get onto the street, and no one would let me out. I sat there for like 10 minutes. I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. Well, while I was out though, I went up to the Manchester Mall, because I've been trying to hunt for CDs again because that's my new thing again. And I went into Newbury. I checked the manga section. Nothing. Unfortunately, I'm like at the point of manga now where the stuff that I'm collecting is all ongoings, and the things that aren't ongoings are really rare and hard to find. So it's kind of a you get what you get kind of situation.
Yeah.
So I didn't really buy any manga this time around. I bought mostly just CDs. I bought some more comics because I'm still into American comics. But I was at the mall and it was pouring out, so I figured I'd kill some more time. And I went up to the figure store, and I have to say that store is really nice. The people that work there are super nice, but they must get some stinky people in there because they mask the fuck out of whatever smell is in that store at times.
Remember that they also do the gaming? Like they do
I
the
know
tournaments, and that's probably what. I'm not trying to be mean or make.
No, I get it. I'm just
that's probably
with a store like that, it's kind of expected. But whenever I go in there now, you always get that whiff of like some sort of concealing smell. Like it's not unpleasant, but it's like, yeah, they're hiding something. Must have had a game night. If figures are expensive.
Yes, you just found that out. I don't want to add up the total of the figures upstairs because I'm sure it's like $1,000.
No, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, Alex, my game collection, my comic collection, my manga collection, I have a lot of things that are worth a lot of money. So that doesn't really bother me.
Have you insured it yet?
No, I'm still looking into that.
You should insure it.
Yeah, I know. I have other bills I got to pay for though first.
Yeah, and you got to take care of your niece not this next week, but the week after.
Also, like, it's always annoying looking at figures like when you're not into like shows
the
like
corny ones. Oh,
well, there's a difference between I'm not into manly men like you are.
Hey, we love the manly men.
That's not a dig at you. That's just me not being into manly men. Sorry.
Why not, Bill? You're not into Caesar or Joseph or Joseph or Jonathan or Dio. Everyone's into Dio, Bill.
I like ladies.
Come on. Even the men like Dio. Come on.
I don't really care that much. Dio. But I'm going through the figures, and I'm always like, you go through like the aisle that's nothing but those super horny ones, and you're just like, yeah, no, like this ain't for me. Not for me, Chief. So I have to. It's a lot more of a pick or choose kind of thing. I did pick up. I got a character from that time we were incarnated as a slime. I forget her name, but she's one of the villains of the new arc.
Yeah. She was one of the demons.
Yeah, like one of the main ones. The one that like has the long hair and is in like a maid uniform that you don't think is the leader at first. I got her. She was like $20, so not bad.
Nice.
And then I got Ana Yamada from Dangers in My Heart.
I don't know what that is.
I know it's not a series you'd watch. It's a weird rom-com, but it's entertaining. It's a show I would watch. Let's just say.
What show did I watch? I just finished a show. Oh, I finished Mash Lee recently, season 2, which was pretty fun. His love of cream puffs really makes me want to eat a cream puff, which is the only thing I don't like about it because it just makes me freaking hungry. He's constantly eating cream puffs.
Yeah.
What else? I know I watched that. Well, I finished the Apothecary Diaries, which I honestly, is it bad? I want to go back and rewatch it. No. It was really good. Like, I want to watch it again. It's bad. I might watch it again. I still need to watch Sandland. It's just been I've started my yearly binge of trash TV, aka Jersey Shore, because it's just the content you need when you just want to feel a little better about yourself. Because wow, these people are hot garbage. Some of the
Yeah.
stuff they get in like arguments about are so fucking stupid. Like I'm on the second season right now where like this bitch like literally they wrote a letter to none of them can fucking like tell like they're all just they're all fucking stupid. And like one of them was dating this guy and he's actively cheating on her. So two of the other people wrote her a note to be like, "Hey, he's cheating on you." And then like she stays with him. Even though he cheated on her. It was like it was so stupid. I'm like, wow, makes me feel better about myself. That's why
See,
it's just so funny.
if I want to watch like garbage that just makes me question the world, I'll just put TLC on.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of it makes me like sad though. Like some of the stuff they put on there, because I don't know. Some of the
I'm
TLC
not-
stuff is like they're manipulating.
I don't watch it for entertainment. I
people
watch
for,
it.
like, views and rating.
I watch it just to be baffled by the fact that they thought this was a good idea for a television series.
I mean, that's what Jersey Shore is too. It has,
No,
like,
I can see
multiple
where
seasons.
I can see the merit on that. That's a different kind of trash. Like there was a entire TLC show dedicated to a funeral home and how they made wacky funerals, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That
Like,
exists. That's
yeah, and apparently
creepy.
the funeral home in it is like really scummy after the
Ew.
show ended.
Well, good.
Yeah, I was watching a TLC iceberg and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know this existed. And the whole time the person doing the iceberg is like, it's the learning company. Are you learning?
No, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Also, I didn't realize Cake Boss ended. I thought that was just gonna forever be a thing.
Didn't you remember? Like there was like some like I think one of the brothers or cousins like got accused of being a pedophile.
That was season
why this-
2, Alex. That was season 2.
Oh, I thought that was later.
No, that was wicked early in the series. That
Really?
was like, yeah, that was
I
one
feel
of the. s-
Well,
was one of-
people have gone to like just like his cakes are everywhere. You can just buy them wherever, like in Walmart.
No,
and stuff, and
I
vending
figured-
machines.
I figured out why the show ended. It was COVID.
Oh,
They
that's
just
a
never brought it.
long time.
Yeah, they just
He
never brought
probably
it
just
back.
like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. He's like, I'm good. I have so much money.
Well,
He's
I'd
probably loaded. He's probably fucking
yeah.
rich.
He is. He lives in a fucking mansion. That's the reason he came back recently was because did you see the report about his hand got fucking stabbed through because he was trying to fix his bowling alley in his house?
That's
Yeah,
scary.
and he had a whole like documentary on Amazon on TLC or whatever, Amazon Prime or whatever, about his recovery. And I was like, what the hell? Like this is
That
what
is
happened?
just such like a rich person problem show. Oh, that's gross. I can't believe they made that. That's so
I
nasty.
was just so surprised. I was like, wow, what a
That
turn.
is like, ugh, that's just ew. I'm sorry. That's
My
just
favorite
so-
part was though they showed during the iceberg, they showed all the clips of the family fighting or dropping the cakes down the stairs.
Good.
I was
Good.
like, oh yeah, this show was hot garbage.
Yeah, but it was a good show. And those cakes were pretty great. But
That's so-
they were mostly rice cakes, Rice Krispie treats. Imagine you actually ate one of those big elaborate cakes and someone just hands you, oh, here you go, she's a giant Rice Krispie. Here you go. Like, that would fucking suck.
yeah.
Or they give you some of the styrofoam they probably put in there.
I just wanted one of the giant cannolis. That was really about it.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you've had cannolis from the place down the street, right? I got you.
Yeah, those.
You haven't had the pizza yet, though, right?
No.
You need the pizza. That's good pizza. That's good.
Maybe-
Maybe tomorrow.
Well, depending
Actually,
situation.
wait. Tomorrow, you want to go to a burrito place? Well, wait. If you're, we'll talk
I'll-
after. We'll talk
yeah, we'll
after.
talk after. But yeah, so other than that, it's been crazy. Yeah, yesterday was nuts. I bought anime figures, so yay me.
You-
Yeah.
I don't have any anime figures.
Oh. Yeah, shut up, Miss has gloats about them on the daily. Oh yeah, I've started a new thing now where like when I'm in when I'm in the store and you get the judging stares from outside, I just stare back. I just stare them down harder from the inside of the store because they won't come in. So I'm just like, what are you gonna do?
Next time you should branch it out, put your hands on the glass and be like, free me, help.
I don't want to do that because that would dirty the glass and the people would have to clean it. I don't want to be an asshole to the people that work there. But yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, I thought you froze for a minute, to be honest. All right. Well, if she's gonna be,
Did you hear that? Wait, could you hear that?
No, not really.
Wait. All right. Tell me if you can hear my breathing.
I don't want to play this game during the episodes. Please, can we move on?
What? We already wasted 200 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't want to waste more time on something that no one can hear or see because you won't let me post the video. So.
And my hair looks like shit. Like I went to dance studio today and I showered after that.
Okay, let's move on from something.
I'm disgusting.
Let's just move on to something that people can actually hear and not just be listening to nothing. So, for this episode, we're getting very close to 200 episodes, which is insanity.
No, we're not. Those are 200 episodes of lies.
Anyways, and we're getting closer to that big milestone. So we've actually been revisiting a lot of stuff from the show's history. Like we've changed quite a bit on the show recently. Like we have a new logo now. Our Bitmojis are completely different. We have intro music now.
Yeah, looking at the Bitmoji then versus now.
Yeah. So this isn't going to be a full recurring series. Like if we do these ever again, it's probably going to be like a bonus thing on like the YouTube channel or something, not as a main episode. Yeah. But we're looking back at another old episode of the show. So the last time we did this, we looked at our first episode, which was a cringe fest. And I don't care what anyone says. I know like some people tell me they still like it. I can't stand that episode.
You're crazy.
But for this episode, we're going to try actually looking back at the episode where I feel like we actually found our stride, which was episode 9, Weird PS1 Games from Our Childhood, back when I tried to have like super unique titles for every episode.
Took us 8 episodes. It took us 8 episodes to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, episode 8, I'd say was also really good if it wasn't for the shit audio that we had at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also loved, for the audio listeners, they can't really see this, but if you look back at the thumbnail for the episode, it's so funny how different the thumbnail style is mostly the same, although it's different in certain aspects. Like I used to try to put like just generic emojis down in the title for some reason.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. That was pointless. The Bitmoji app did not give you backgroundless Bitmojis at this time, so
so they always had the white background.
Yeah, and I would shove them in one of the 4 corners rather than doing it in the main
with the
center shot. And for some reason I decided to slant the at Barber Who Games text, which is funny because that text is kind of redundant now because we've moved on to different branding at this point.
Oh yeah, that is funny.
But yeah,
now we have our own Instagram.
Well, yeah, we have that, and we're also part of a network now. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta update my little subtext thingy.
Yeah, but so, anyways, guys, for this episode, we're going to be listening and reacting to weird PS1 games from our childhood. So let's jump into this insanity. The old Anchor stock music.
Going on from there,
one
of my favorite things about that game is the cheat system.
The cheats? I don't remember the cheats.
So the cheats, the game, it's not so much the cheats that I remember.
The crackle in my audio bothers the fuck out of me, I'm not gonna lie.
Microsoft Auto.
It was, we were starting out.
The cheat menu and you write like a swear word, like
a little background. So this was recorded over.
Spider-Man will just pop up on the screen and punch it into something not.
I don't even know what. We were using Discord.
I didn't know about that. Oh my
so,
God. Well, I didn't know it.
So we were using Discord at the time.
Oh, but we were talking over Discord, but individually saving files to.
Yes, and sending it back to
We would put them in the Google Drive, and I would
Yep.
name them really dumb names.
Yeah, well, not by this point. This point, you were just being pretty standard with it.
I don't know. I feel like this was.
No, because you didn't really get crazy with them until like Ed Heads and with the Wii episode.
Did I feel like. Oh God. Oh no. Oh yeah. I did a purge. Of all my files because I had no room on my on my Google Drive anymore.
Unfortunate.
I had to purge. Actually, hold on. I still have them on my PC. Let's see. Oh dang it! It is just weird. PS.
Yeah, you didn't do it till later.
Damn it.
But yeah, my setup at the time was literally I had the laptop on one ottoman, and then I had my mic on another ottoman, and I was in a PC chair hunched over. It was bad, and you could hear probably everything because that mic was shitty, but it was a starter mic, so
it got us started.
But yeah.
Where words at the time were so.
Well, no, we didn't either. This is
also this music is so.
That's
Also,
so funny. That's
Flip
so
too.
cool.
It's not the most funniest
not
fun
gonna say
intro.
what they are, but if you write, you can get very creative.
Yeah,
say.
There's a reason I
It's
dropped the
amazing
teaser
how
clips,
many
just
they
because like they were getting so much harder to find funny moments, like just that were
It's
clippable.
amazing how deep
Yeah.
they actually thought.
That, and I realized
I feel like this wasn't
Well,
like
it's
a
funny,
funny
like,
one.
to
This
think
was more
about,
of just
like,
like you
alright,
picked like
the-
the that's it for me. Oh bling.
Oh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the
Hey
Gaming
guys.
Collective.
I love how much cleaner my audio is here because I recorded this on a different
And some of
setup.
The more strange games that we played during our childhood, most of them being on the PlayStation 1 and of the licensed variety for the most
Oh
part.
yeah, and
Let's just say
I don't even talk in this
some of them
either.
weren't so much.
Well, no, because we tried
But
having
honestly,
us
That's
alternate,
why it's a memory.
but it was a
And
pain in
then
the ass.
we-
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us as we discuss the games. that
Mostly because I couldn't keep it together.
Well, you couldn't keep it
Be
together,
serious.
or you'd
So-
forget the
we
lines.
played some weird games back in the day.
Oh,
We sure
Like some
did.
weird games back in the day.
fun fact. So How You Been had not been established yet by this point.
What?
I did start with a so, but I didn't
When-
start with how you been
When
yet.
did How Have We Been start?
I'd have to look through. I don't remember, to
Oh
be
my god,
perfectly
that's
honest.
so weird. I thought we'd been doing that from the beginning because it was a great way to just get started. Oh
I
my
will.
god.
I will say what's funny is I dropped doing the little intro segments because so at the time I was doing those off the cuff, and it just got super. I stopped. I just stopped liking doing them. And then we
And
had
then
it.
we had like our own little intros for a while.
We did,
Like
and
we
then
would just record first. We'd record one for the season, and then we would be like, good.
but since then we've now replaced the intro with intro music, and I've brought back the opening speech, but now it's more just a quick little abrupt start and then onto the episode kind of thing. It's not these weird like me trying to summarize the episode.
Yeah, we did. So
Yeah, we did.
basically, guys, the theme for this episode is we're going to take. I have a stack of PS1 games that we played back as kids when we first got our old classic not a PlayStation, a PS1, the smaller version.
Still own that.
The
So I got a
portable
stack of games
version.
we played back in the. Yeah, it was portable, but
You're still interrupting me all the time then.
Anyways, how I'm
Hey!
gonna do this is I've got a stack of.
I'm
games
your
here,
sister. It's my
and we can
job.
kinda just go down them and kind of give our memories of them. Some of them were pretty good. Some of them are pretty
Bad.
garbage.
License.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You can hear our dad playing bass in the background.
Which is what
So,
we grew
anyways,
up
the
on.
one I wanted to.
Listen closely
Yeah.
to my audio.
so
You can
anyways,
hear
the one I
dad
wanted
playing
to start
bass.
with, was actually Rugrats in Paris.
Oh,
the game
yeah.
first came
Yeah.
That is so
out. So,
noticeable.
That is funny.
the funniest part about this one is I think for the longest time we didn't even realize there was a single player.
Yeah, yeah.
So what game are we talking
No,
about right
'cause we
now?
always, I
I
remember
don't
you
know.
always used to be like, "Oh, come here, like you gotta help me play Rugrats in Paris."
Oh,
Oh,
Rugrats
Rugrats
in
in
Paris.
Paris. There you go.
Play.
Well, yeah, because there was two options. There was the single player story, and then there was the mini games.
Yep.
God, when was this
Because
episode
in the story
released?
mode, there's like a whole bunch of like mini games
Have
that you
you
have to like play to like get like tickets and
I
stuff
don't
to
know.
complete the game.
Yep.
But there's a two-player mode that gives
I'm
you the
gonna do
option
some
to just
research
use
real
the-
quick.
Play the mini games.
Yep.
And as a kid, at the ripe old age of
I
5,
hiccuped.
you were
The
4.
ripe old age of
Yep.
5.
Um,
Oh, the
Ripe
hiccups.
old-
we literally didn't realize. We thought
Hiccup.
that just was the game.
Hiccup.
Yep.
So we played a lot of the mini games. I know one of them was Whack-A-Mole.
2021
Which was ridiculous.
is when this was recorded.
A lot of
Yeah.
them were
Well, that
really
was the
kinda,
year
like,
we
stupid.
started the podcast.
The
So
one I
Yeah.
remember the most though was the mini golf
Oh yes, the mini
because
golf.
it took forever.
Yep. I think we quit a lot of the times, like halfway through.
Yeah. That was where I learned about the rage quit.
Well, it reminds me now
The
of like, when you
rage
play
quit.
Mario Party.
You still do the rage quit.
hey, I almost rage quit on the drive to dance today. I was having the worst drive, so I rage
You
quit
just left,
everything.
Like 50 rounds.
Yeah.
Like to do 50
Oh.
rounds, and you're just like, why did I do this to myself? And that's what it was. It was like, why did we do this? Why?
It's also the reason why our original PlayStation 1 controller is like borked beyond belief.
Borked. That's a
You were
word.
You were the queen
Borked?
of slamming it on the ground when you
yes,
lost.
I was the queen of.
I think I
the
always
throw
slammed
the controller
controllers.
across the road.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
You totally
I
did.
didn't.
I'm so sorry.
And
I
I remember
don't
too.
believe
I
it.
gave you.
You just
I always
admitted
would
that you
give the
did.
legitimate PlayStation 1 controller.
It was my
And
2021
I
self.
would use the aftermarket one because it was red and it was see-through and it was made by Mad Cats.
I thought
and
it was
thought
green.
it was No, we had the green one too, but the red
Oh,
one
okay.
was the one that we used the most because the red one was the turbo controller.
We brought that
Yeah.
Mad Cat's
But-
controller
Yes.
back during the controller
Well, they
episode
all had
years
rumble,
later.
But,
Oh,
that red one,
Oh
I just
yeah,
thought
and
it
that was
looked
the one
cool
with all of our
because it
our,
was see-through
our
and it was bright
friends.
red.
yeah.
Our
But
friends.
in reality, I
Oh.
still own it. I have to pull it out at some point.
The classic Alex, yeah, just made its
Wait,
appearance.
wait, wait, what? I didn't hear it.
Listen
Wait,
closely.
you-
I
Rewind.
used the aftermarket one because it was red and it was see-through and it was made by Mad Cats.
I thought
and
it
I
was
thought
green.
it was
Like, listen
No,
closely.
we had the green one too, but the red
Oh,
one was the one that we
What?
used the most because the red one was the turbo controller.
Yep. It
But
had the rumbles.
Well, they all had rumble, but
Oh,
that red one I just thought it looked cooler
yep.
because it was see-through and it was bright red.
Yeah.
But in reality, I
Yeah.
still own it. I have to pull it out at some point.
Yep.
I want to make a blog post about it at some point, but that thing is a
Oh yeah, I
piece
was
of
still
garbage.
talking about the
It
Instagram
is
blog all the time at this point.
No, yeah,
Oh my
no.
God,
I feel like you never bring it up now.
So anyway, yeah, but other than that,
Well, Instagram's
I
kind of
remember the
dead,
bumper
so
cards game
Oh,
Understandable.
yep. I remember the bumper card game.
because that was the one that you were really good at for some reason.
Yeah, there was always like I feel like we always had some mini games where with everything we played, there were always just some things that I was innately good at, and then some things that you were just much more better at. You had
Much
the
more
majority
better
that
at.
was
Much
very
more
rare,
better.
and I was better at you than them, but that was
Much
one
more
of the things
better.
where I was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
better.
So, okay. So anyways, moving on to another game, another big one. Just this isn't a timeline of the games we played. I just wanted to start with Rugrats because that was the first game we played on the
Yeah,
PlayStation together.
that was like our introduction to the PlayStation.
that's probably bullshit. We probably played something else first, but for the sake of the episode, it was the first game we played at the time.
Sure.
Very much. But another game that jumping around a bit is do you remember PS1 Monopoly?
Yes, I remember us playing Monopoly quite a bit too.
So PS1 Monopoly
You
is
couldn't throw the board
I
though in
actually
the
think it's one of,
PS1
like, the
game.
better, like,
Makes it
console versions of
infinitely
Monopoly.
less fun.
No, you just throw the
But
controller.
one of the things I always
Yeah, but it's not
remember
as fun
about
as
it
flipping
was
the board.
it
Like,
made
there's that
heavy use of,
innate
like,
satisfaction of
PlayStation
just going,
CG, and it would like animate the items as they
Oh,
went across the
yep.
board.
This is still my
And
favorite
the
part of that game is
animations
the
were
animated
freaking
items and
hilarious.
stuff.
They were slightly uncanny
Like,
creepy.
I was always on Team Thimble for life.
Thimble!
If
I
you
still
remember.
I'm still on
And
Team
the
Thimble for
was
life.
hilarious because
Phil, there's thimbles in our supply closet
Go on.
at work.
Oh, I was gonna say I think
I was like,
Nice.
if there was,
Thimble.
like, a dog or
I didn't grab
something,
one,
like,
'cause
always
I don't
put the
need one.
animal
you
or
were the
something.
dog. You alternated between the dog
Yep.
or you were the top hat.
Ah, yes, the
I don't know-
top hat. I think
I remember
like the
why you were the-
I need a
animations.
top hat.
Yeah, because
I
it
think that would
flapped.
add to the
Yeah.
show.
The top hat flapped its wings as it flew across the board.
Yes.
It was the
I
most
need a
ridiculous
top hat
thing
with
ever.
wings.
Yes.
You just need a top
The
hat so you
thimble
can
just
do
liked
a
to bounce around.
Sabo
But my
cosplay.
favorite thing about the thimble was
Well, I
whenever you
mean,
went
that
back over, like,
eventually,
to go to
too.
jail space,
Speaking of
the
cosplay,
thimble
I don't know
would,
what
like,
I'm gonna do for
tiptoe over,
Kineticon.
being sneaky.
Yeah.
Like tiptoe.
My Nikaido one will be too hot.
And I always
Yeah,
remember that one. I also
probably.
always remember like the I didn't because we couldn't read at the time. I couldn't read
Yeah, I
it.
couldn't
Because we
Yeah.
couldn't read at the
I
time.
can't read.
So I remember I selected the bankruptcy option, thinking, "What does this do?" And then I just lost. And I was like,
Yeah, I can
"Oh."
see myself doing
And the
that.
game over screen is kind of creepy. Like it's the top hat guy, like Mr. Monopoly. He's
Yep.
like in
It's Mr. Moneybags, you
rags,
idiot.
like shredded clothes. And he's just
I always thought
banging
his
on
name
the
was
ground
Mr.
like, "I'm ruined."
Monopoly.
I don't remember
was
that.
like-
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look that
One
up.
of these days, we're gonna have to play it again. I want to have like a 4-player round of that at some point, just because it is such a trip.
That would be fun.
Instead, we played the
Oh my God, I
modern
don't
one.
remember that.
Yeah.
But looking
Womp
back, I'm
womp.
like laughing so much because like when we played it, I forgot. Like we didn't know what bankruptcy meant. Like we didn't know what happened.
We couldn't read.
What's
we didn't know how
that
I
DW
also, that
line?
game taught us how to actually play.
This
Monopoly.
sign can't
We
stop
actually-
me. I can't
can't
read.
read.
Not follow the rules
Yep.
at all.
I think
It's always
parents just let
DW.
us win.
We always bring her back.
Yeah.
with every
Especially
board
the game
I
of
feel
life.
Like, oh yes, no one ever follows the rules for life or Uno. I guess like, everyone
In
plays
real
it
life,
wrong,
too.
Hmm.
The proper way to play it. No one plays it right. No one.
Now, jumping along again, let's go with another game. Do you remember the Rocket Power game?
Oh.
Rocket
I
power.
don't.
So
Crap.
this one.
I don't remember
this
that
one
game
we
now.
played- You didn't really play this one much more. This was one of the ones where you just kind of watched me play more than anything.
Yeah.
That's
I
probably.
think
I don't
watched you
remember it.
play it for that much too because I remember you always.
You know what's funny?
playing. 'Cause you
What?
always
We were
got
holding in
stuck
swears
and you
still by
couldn't
this
get
point.
past it.
Yeah.
The Rocket Power game is like an extreme sports game, and it
Yeah.
has like snowboarding.
This is not really where we hit our
stuff.
stride.
The problem
I'm
is, though, the
starting to
story
question
mode
that
is
now.
confusing,
Yep.
and the controls
Seems
aren't
we're
very
still a
good.
bit uptight.
So the story mode starts off with like snowboarding.
We
and
have
then
a
you to get in
structure.
this, like,
It was
I guess for
the
story
previous
mode,
But we don't have
episodes-
Hey, how you
villains of the
been?
plot stole
Where's
it,
yeah.
the Hey, how you
just ripped it
been?
apart,
We
moved it
adapted
around.
a lot.
So then you have to, the second mission is you have to do this like roller skating thing. You have to find all the bike pieces in like a time limit.
Yep.
And the controls are so loose and slippery, I could never do it. I always just rage quit. I spent most of my time in that
You
game. I
rage
spent
quit
just
too.
exploring the roller skating world map
Yep.
in like free play mode and trying to learn how to do stunts and just getting frustrated with it.
I
This game
remember
was
that.
incredibly boring.
That was a trip because that one.
It was a trip, apparently.
I think
I
that was like
don't
your
recommend.
your first game that like was like not playable.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
This
that
is a
you
little
Yeah.
cringy for me still.
You just couldn't play it because the controls. Were so
Why?
bad.
'Cause you were
That was, like, your
still
first
restrained?
experience with a game.
Yeah,
Where the
I just like
controls
I
were
don't
so
sound
bad
like
that
myself.
it
Like I
made it
sound so like
unplayable.
trying to still be
that one
like
was definitely up
professional,
there.
not me.
I mean, some of these.
Now I just don't give a
like
shit.
another one we can take a glance over because we played it for literally probably about 10
I just do
seconds,
whatever
was,
I want now,
Shrek's Treasure Hunt.
and I mess with Bill.
Yes.
I'd like to point out that we didn't.
Oh, this
pick
is
any
the
of these
intro
games.
clip.
These were all gifts.
I
Yes,
think.
these
No,
were
no, it's
back in
not.
the
This is
day.
where we
No,
fast
that-
forward to check the sound.
Ooh, they like Shrek. Ooh, they like Rocket Power. Ooh, SpongeBob. Ooh, all the yeah.
But well, which is funny though because we did.
That-
Have games
I love how
where
your
we
mom
had
impression has
Final
always been the
Fantasy
same.
VIII and we had
Yeah.
Crash at the same time too.
Yes.
But those are good games.
It's not really
Yes.
impression.
Those are
It's
also the
just
games
more.
we actually wanted.
That's your
What's
internal
funny is the ones
how
that
you just think of your
we got
mother.
a lot of licensed games as like birthday and Christmas presents.
I
for
love
videos,
Mom.
and Another
She's
one.
a
yeah, the
wonderful
Shrek
lady.
game. Oh my god.
Tell your mother you love
So-
her right now.
That's another one we
Say
paid.
it.
I'm
I think
call-
we-
I'm
I
calling
literally
her after
played
the
for, like,
episode.
10
Say it.
seconds and just gave up.
Say it right now.
Completely unplayable though, right? Like you just couldn't play
so
it.
it's-
Unplayable.
It's like a mini game collection, but it
You can
has, like,
tell
this
this is
overworld
an
map,
early episode too because we brought up Shrek and we didn't
but
make
I
a
couldn't
joke.
Figure out how to
Shrek.
find any of the like any of the world, like the mini game. So I just wandered around the map for like 10 minutes and was like, "This is boring," and just took it out and put it away, and just that was it.
Have you ever seen that video?
What video?
I
Yeah.
remember
Shrek is
that
Love,
one a
Shrek is
lot, but I
Life
think it's
video.
because you tried
Did you ever
to
see that?
frustrate
You
me
never
with
saw
it
this?
again.
I never
I'm
cared.
sending it to you. You need to watch it.
I only
You
rediscovered
need to watch it.
I think I saw
This is a serious offense to life if you have not seen that video.
Yeah, I remember.
Wonder if
that
it's still on the
game.
internet.
It was a
That's
piece
why
of
I
garbage.
tried to find my copy of it because I was like I need to remember, is this as bad as I remember? And yeah, it is.
Yes, it was
Yes.
as you remember. Because that I think
Okay.
that came out really quickly after the movie.
How
came
have you
out,
never
too.
seen that
So they
video?
were
It was
just
a
trying to
Because I
push
don't
crap,
watch
push crap.
It was a
crap.
late PS1 game. It was also
How
made by
dare you
Sega
call that
Projekt
crap?
Red.
That's a good video.
How
Have you ever
They
seen
also
Shrek the
They
musical?
also made Simpsons skateboarding.
I've seen
so
clips.
I'll leave it.
It's
at
not
that.
good.
Let me just double check that I
They-
sent
they
that
actually
to you
made
and
another
not
game
someone
on this
else.
that we have on our list to talk about today. Goofy's
did-
Funhouse.
Ooh,
Goofy's
Goofy.
Funhouse! Oh my
Goofy's
goodness.
Funhouse. So this is one of the ones I actually beat back in the day.
Oh, you did?
I did beat this game.
Yeah, so I don't know how I did because honestly, I played it recently and I'm like, this is
Hiccup.
bad. But yeah, so Goofy's Funhouse is kind of like
Did you hiccup in the
it's a,
video or in reality?
It's similar
In the
to Shrek
video,
game,
and then I
actually,
started
now that I think
mocking
about it. It's
myself.
a minigame collection game.
Yep.
Yeah, you hicked
but
up a
it has,
lot
like, an
back then.
overworld that you can explore.
I still
The
do
difference
hiccup
is
a
that the
lot.
overworld
You just
makes
are
a
used
bit
to it
more
now.
sense.
Yep.
Because it's not as well, it's not as condensed, and also what the
Phil, I
minigames
fixed,
are
I
actually
fixed
makes.
my little
So
header.
it's like to get the mini games, you have to like solve puzzles around the house, like find items and like bring them to other places to unlock mini games. Like one of the mini
It's
games
too
involves
small. I
moving a
can't
car,
read it right now.
and,
Yep.
but the car's missing.
It's
its
too
wheel
small.
because
I
the
can't
wheel's
read.
flat. So you
Yep.
have to find the air pump to pump the air wheel, and then you got to put the wheel back on the car so you can do the car.
What the fuck
minigame.
are we talking about?
And the car
Goofy's
minigames are
Funhouse.
playable.
This is so
The
fucking
controls
boring.
are so
I'm not gonna lie,
bad.
this episode's
my
so
goodness.
Oh my
boring.
God. Yeah.
Are all of them?
Also, it has one of the worst fishing games.
Do you want
uh,
to listen
of,
to another one then?
No,
the
no,
PlayStation.
we can keep listening.
It's
I'm
so
just surprised, like
boring.
that.
It's
You
so
think
boring.
consider this our like
It-
drive? I feel like we're still cringy
It
and
was,
bad.
I finished everything in that game.
Maybe
except
I
the
just-
fishing, 'cause the
I
fishing
just-
took-
It's also
Yeah.
been probably like
Goodness.
it
2
it
years
took
since
me,
I've
like, a
listened
month
to
finish
this.
that 'cause it was
So-
so boring.
Yeah.
What was cool though was once you beat a mini game, you unlocked.
I mean, we're still in season 1. Season 1 was pretty vanilla.
So you could watch old.
Oh, that's
Oh.
coming back to me now. Oh
Oh.
my goodness. I
And we could-
remember
It's
could
that.
coming
watch
back
these
to me
old,
now. Oh my goodness! And
you could watch,
I
like,
bet
these
you were
old, like, Disney
bullshitting.
cartoons. It was a
Probably.
nice feature. I mean, nowadays you can find.
I
those
bet
on
you were
Disney
bullshitting.
Disney
Oh,
Plus.
yeah.
Probably.
But at the time, like that
It
was
was cool
actually
for
like
the yeah.
a lot of games did that. Like there was a lot of games that were like
Hmm.
they had like little cartoons in them and stuff, and it was like
It's funny
fun
looking back
feature.
though, because it's funny looking back though because the quality is terrible.
Oh yeah, of
For you,
course it is.
baby.
Well, they were
Because it's
compressing it
PlayStation
onto-
FMV. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Oh,
hilarious though.
That's so funny. I forgot about that.
I'm just
Oh,
trying to figure out what Dad's
memory
playing in the
lane.
background.
Memory lane.
But,
I can't really
anyways,
hear it anymore.
Staying on the
I
Disney
can.
train now, let's actually go to a good game.
A
This time
good
around.
game.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
what did I think was a
it
good game?
Good for the time, anyways. But
Yeah.
Tigger's Honey Hunt.
Oh,
That was a good game.
okay.
This one we played.
I just that name is still a name that I get cringy whenever I think of having to say it.
Fondly, like,
Taker's
I
Honey Hunt?
Just like I remember,
Yeah.
it was always like it would stay in
It's
my head
fine.
for the whole day. The soundtrack.
Mm.
I don't
It
need to
was
have a
just- it was
flub.
really
That's
good
all I'm saying.
soundtrack. Like it was good. They were fun games. I remember I always watched you play those games because
So the
It's
the
just-
Tigger one is another funny one where it's another case of I didn't know that there was a single player.
We later did a game that shaped us about
Because I
this.
remember we played.
We did a game that shaped us on a bunch of these.
Mini games in that
Yeah.
Because all these games had mini games. If
Yeah.
you notice,
that was
But,
a common trend.
I always remember poo sticks.
Who sticks?
Poo
Boo!
sticks.
Boo
'Cause
stinks!
who throw the stick in the water? Who's is gonna land first?
Who thought of that name?
Now Pooh makes me laugh more.
Who
Whenever I
said that
hear
was a
Pooh,
good idea?
just makes me laugh.
Who named the
Uh,
character Poe? Who did this?
Who named my cat Pooh?
Pooh!
Not dirty. but immature.
This is funny looking back
Yeah,
on
we're extremely mature.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the Pooh sticks. Sorry, talk
But anyways,
discussion.
that game was actually pretty cool because it was actually
That game was actually pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
like a side-scrolling platform game.
Yep.
And it had like
I think we had a Pooh
exploration
sticks
elements
discussion in the episode as
I think
well.
You'd run into like
It's so funny
a
looking
character
back.
at the
She's
start
in the
of level,
window.
and you'd need an item, and you'd find the item at like some point randomly hidden in the level.
Yep.
So you'd have to find that and then bring them back, and it was cool. Like you explored around these like.
It's funny, like
pretty
we didn't
big
know
levels.
like most of the people we know
And as a
now
kid, it
back
was
at this
a
point.
decent challenge
Yeah.
for the time.
Well, I
It
mean,
fun
it was only
enough.
9
It
episodes
was like
in,
a
so
challenge, but it was
I
also
remember-
I don't
True.
think you were part of any
Kids.
discords or anything at this point
And
either.
It looked good too for PlayStation.
No,
2.
no, because I don't.
Graphics were
I didn't
cool.
join. We didn't join the co-op group until after.
That's another thing. Oh, it was also had full voice acting.
I joined that actually the day I
Yeah.
left
No,
Richards.
I remember that game really fondly. It was like such a like cute little fun game.
Oh, yeah, and
it
you
was
joined-
like a good game.
And I pulled that one out recently just to give it a shot because I was like, I remember loving this as a kid. Let's see. How
Fun
it
fact:
is.
I did not pull that out at the time to give it a
I
shot.
played it, I'm like, wow, this is still surprisingly solid.
Oh, it still holds up. That's awesome.
Dude, do you think I froze for a second?
It is.
No.
I mean,
I was
it's
trying.
not,
Oh,
like,
damn it!
the greatest
I was
game
trying
ever
to
made,
trick
but,
you.
know,
I
for,
failed.
For a stupid
Alright,
little like
time to
platformer
go die.
that I got
No.
as a kid, it was actually surprisingly solid.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
Aw,
Solid
that's
like poop.
awesome. Oh, I loved that
Hmm.
game. I remember that. Like
Alex, I loved that
like,
game.
it was, like,
I never
What?
played it, but I loved
What
that
are we
game.
talking about? I don't even know what game we're talking
Yeah.
about right now.
We're
I
still-
feel like we just like
So,
flow
jumping
into
to
them so
another
quick.
Disney
I feel like we do
game.
this
No,
now
we-
though too.
This one is, I still think, a
We were
triple
still
A
talking
game.
about the Honey Hunt.
Believe it or not.
We
and
are?
it's, 102 Dalmatians.
Well, now we're on 102 Dalmatians.
Which we did another game that she
Available.
was on.
We did.
Here's the funny part: we played the hell out of the PlayStation version back in the day.
Yeah.
You
But
said
I
hell.
actually nowadays I
How
actually
dare
got
you.
on the Sega Dreamcast version.
What?
Oh,
That's a
really?
swear.
I didn't know
HG
that.
double hockey sticks is what you're supposed to say.
Well, 'cause
Yes.
our PlayStation 1
Sega
copy was well
Dreamcast,
played,
total swear.
Yep.
and it doesn't work all the time anymore.
Shh.
Oh yeah. No.
No
Just-
swearing.
So I realized rather than buying another PlayStation,
You have
copy,
not
I just
swear
bought
for the
a
rest of the
Dreamcast copy. I was
episode.
like, yeah, give
Fuck,
this a
fuck,
shot.
fuck,
It's
fuck,
actually
fuck.
cleaner.
Oh really?
How
It's
fucking
nicer
dare
and-
you? You
Yeah,
take those
well,
all
that's weird,
back.
And it plays a little better.
Apologize to the
Anyways,
podcast.
yeah, that game
Apologize to the
was
podcast
surprisingly
listeners.
Yeah, I remember.
We just talked about poo.
Yeah.
that game a lot. Well, me watching you play it a lot.
Yeah, we talked about my
I
cat.
remember that.
You
Alex,
tried
we
to,
started the
I
episode
think
talking
I
about your
did.
cat's
I
giant
wasn't
shits.
I mean,
good at it.
They are
Yeah,
really
those are
big.
the-
I could send a photo
Yeah.
to the Discord, but I don't want to do that
You
to
were more into
anyone.
mini games.
Oh, did I tell you about how she shat on like
But,
the edge of the
Yeah,
box?
that game is actually
Like,
a fully
like-
developed like 3D platformer, like with a number of.
Yeah,
like,
I had
pretty-
to clean it up.
the stages are all
Gross.
linear, so it's not like a super complicated game for kids.
That's exactly what people want to hear,
But,
thinking about 102
Fuck yeah, they
Dalmatians.
do.
It was surprisingly solid. It doesn't follow. It doesn't follow the plot
Solid.
of the movie at all.
No.
I don't think they were solid.
It's very loosely. It's actually more based off of the cartoon
Loose.
from the time than anything.
Yep.
But it's another one that had like full voice acting. I remember some of the levels were like hilarious too because they had like little like hidden Easter eggs all over the place.
Yeah, I remember there was a lot of like hidden quirky little features. Oh, that game was fun.
Well, there was a bunch of all the you had to the goal of the game was through every level is you had to find a number of Dalmatians hidden in.
You want to hear more about this wonderful game?
Ow.
Check out our episode.
I hit myself
They
in
would
the
always
head
have
with
this really
the
ridiculous
cat
like
talks.
dialogue whenever you
Good.
rescued them. They'd all be like, "Oh, you saved
Saved
me," and it's
me.
like, why does he have a nasally voice?
Oh,
You
I
let
remember. Oh, I just remember like there was some like wasn't there like a carnival air or something? I don't remember.
There
what
was a carnival level.
Okay, I
that.
remember the carnival,
carnival.
level like distinctly.
See,
like,
nowadays I would make a
I always
comment being like,
remember-
Alex, that doesn't narrow it
And
down
then
at
What
all.
I remember the most is
Whoops.
there was the Cruella's like 3 henchmen
Yes.
would appear randomly throughout the levels. But what was funny is you had the two from the cartoon, like Horace and Jasper, I think their names were.
Yep.
You're not talking right now. That
And they
shouldn't be
had
playing.
their cartoon design.
Shut up.
And then you had that weird guy from the
Shut
102
the
Dalmatians.
hell up,
the
bitch.
lapelt guy.
Shut
like,
up.
The guy with like the fur coat.
Have you ever seen that Dr. Phil clip?
And he clashes so
I don't
much
watch
with,
Dr.
everything in the
Phil.
game,
I
but
just
based
like
off
that
of
he
movie design.
well he like reads
so
people's
out of
like
place, like,
notes
who the heck
and
is
stuff
this
like
guy?
that they write like or text messages out loud. So there's just great audio clips of him being like, "Shut the hell
Have
up,
you ever watched- Have
bitch."
you watched 102 Dalmatians recently? It is a weird movie.
I haven't watched.
It's
She
like,
gets
"Shut
baked
the
into
hell
a
up,
freaking
bitch.
cake
Go
at
kill
once.
yourself." Dr.
Yeah.
Phil saying it. It's
It's
just fun.
bizarre. Very
I-
You
bizarre.
muted yourself.
I really haven't watched.
Why would
you-
a lot
did
you
of
burp?
Disney movies
I
in
need to
general.
give.
I had to
give you
do
my
something, yes.
account to
Yeah.
so you can see that.
Did you fart?
No,
Did you burp?
It's
no, I have
I'm
nasal
really,
snot that I.
like, confused. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, you went.
Looking back at Disney
Yeah.
movies, like old Disney
If you wanted to share that with everyone, go for
Well,
it.
it's funny because everyone's given Disney. I mean, I'm not even a huge Disney fan.
Oh,
I'll
good,
defend
she's
Disney
quiet.
here. Everyone is giving Disney crap now.
Shut
for, like,
up.
all the live action
I didn't
remakes.
even scream.
But
I
they were doing
faked.
this back in the day. Like, this isn't like
Oh,
a new
yeah.
thing.
No.
Are we still talking about the
We're
stupid
definitely-
Dalmatian
Yeah, but I
movie
remember-
game?
You were saying?
Oh, I definitely remember that. Yeah.
That was so awkward.
But yeah, that one was really good. Like, I still would say. That's
Also,
a good
my-
little game.
Considering how we edited back in the day, the audio sync
I
might not be
definitely
perfect
remember
either.
always having fun
Yeah.
watching you play
Or
that
just
game.
like, I mean,
When
there's
didn't
always a
play
little
with
bit of a
it, it was
delay
always
when you're
fun.
talking
Definitely
because
good
we weren't in the
game.
same room, so
Disney
there's always a
Stars
little
had,
bit of
like-
delay
well,
when
not
talking
all
on the
of them were
computer.
good, but it
We
had,
were
like, a
across
lot of
states
good
using
ones.
shitty mics
Oh,
and
most of Disney's
not a great
most of Disney's PS1 output was like
scored
surprisingly
call
good.
system.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
well, not quite Disney, but it's in that same kind of realm. Here's a kart racer for you. Do you remember Muppets Race Mania?
Yes, it was such a good card.
You were so like happy about that. You're like, yes.
Yes!
It's actually
Muppets!
solid today.
We
Aside
haven't
from
talked
the
about
voice
this one
acting.
actually. Now that I think about it,
That was a fun game.
The two,
Muppets
we sh-
Racer was fun.
we might have
You
to do
know
a
this
games that
is
shaped
actually
us on that one.
funny, though.
Maybe the next
Like
episode.
there's the two, I forget their names, the two like Muppets that always like are like laughing about random crap.
Yep.
The old guys.
Yep.
But I always remember they would always
At least the
the
recurring theme of me not being able to
Yeah,
remember the
yeah,
names
yeah.
of characters I'm talking about
Why
is
does
still
this
going
track
on.
look the same as the last one? It's like because it's just the lagoon at night or something like that. Like it was self-aware.
They always had like funny little.
But I
quirky
remember
comedy.
mm, and all the stages were based off of like the classic Muppet films up until Muppets in Space, I believe.
Yep. Oh, that's
And
so
it was
fun.
cool because they would actually there was
We had a lot of awkward pauses at this
All the
point.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did. That's why I'm like questioning. I mean, like, it's way better than our first episode, but it's still awkward as hell.
It's so
It's
funny.
also
Yeah.
I think it might also be
That
the
game
fact
is
that we were
surprisingly
recording over the
awesome.
internet.
No, I remember like we'd play
The
together. but
breathing
I
was
would
very
win
heavy
every
there.
single time. I'd come in last place.
Well,
all
the
the
mics
time.
were shitty.
Even in single player, like it's not a very easy game, to be perfectly honest.
Excuse me.
Like I was
Wasn't
surprised
tight.
how much of a challenge I had
Bingo
I've had
bongo.
with it, even coming back to it now.
No,
But
I
we
remember
stopped
I
me down.
saw like a review of it recently. Not recently, like a year ago. And I
A
remember them
review
saying,
of
like,
it
"Oh, yeah,
recently.
like,
Ooh.
this is a really fun game.
Recently, I mean not recently, like a year
You'll
ago,
have a
but
hard time.
No.
Ugh.
It really
It's
is.
recent. I feel like when you get older, you get to a certain point where a year ago is recent.
ugh, that's terrifying.
There's also,
But
like,
this
these
was like
obst-
2
there
years
were- there
ago.
were these obstacle course levels
Yeah,
where
but
you
we
had
were
to,
both
like, they were,
working
like,
full
side
time
shows
at that
when you were
point.
still in the cart, and you had
True.
to like go through like
I
these
was
things
in
at a time
Connecticut.
limit and like get around all these
And
like
you were in
different jumps and stuff.
Massachusetts.
Like it was it's a
Phil?
good game. Like I'm surprised. There are so many good games on the PlayStation, even the
Yeah.
license crap.
I was also like
Even, I feel like
so
back
quiet.
then,
I feel like it's because we were still at
stuff was like, yeah, they were
still
trying
at the
to
parent. I was still at
make
our
it,
parents'
oh,
house. I think I was
Yep.
trying not to
It's
scream.
like a decent
Yeah.
fun game to play, and then as it progressively
And me, I was just trying to sound normal.
They make it to just
Now I
sell,
just don't
and it's
care.
Crap, like, and they know it's
Crap.
Yeah.
Crap.
Honestly, we don't really get that many licensed games.
Shit.
No, not
Shit,
anymore.
shit.
Well, I think because people don't really buy them anymore. Cause
Well,
like,
it's
I feel like
It's
licensed
sad games
games
are just
in
more
general
expensive to
have
make
gone
now.
down.
yeah, no.
Well, because they're not
that's
games
why
are
the
so
Wii was
expensive
such
to
a,
make
like,
now. They're just not
treasure
profitable
trove of,
anymore.
like,
Yeah.
shovelware. Because the Wii was so
It's
easy
just
to
funny
make
though.
games for
It's
it.
funny.
Hmm.
Like, there really isn't.
You'll get one usually when you get a licensed game these days, it's like a big production because they
It's
have to
usually
Wii
good.
shovelware.
We crap.
Yeah.
good or
Remember
at least
Bluey game?
But anyways, moving on.
There
I
is,
love
I-
Bluey
There's
game.
another classic
I don't know
game
anything
of
about
all
it,
time
but
was,
there is
Lego
one.
Racers.
Oh yeah.
Lego
I remember
Racers.
The music distinctly too, and you could like build your.
The
car
yes, the
and, like,
music in
build
Lego
your car.
Racer
So
Racer
fun.
was very
That
distinctive.
music
We
We
should-
should do a
Yeah, we
We
should
should do
probably-
a collecting,
It's,
not
strong,
collecting,
boom to it.
games.
And you
Boom!
never forgot it. Like it would be in your.
Oh yeah,
head
because the
all
music in
I also like.
I'm probably
the
referencing
most- because the like the
Cat
cart
Icarus here,
building
but I'm
aspect
pretty
of
sure
the
he
game
jokes that like the
didn't
music
have
in Lego
any
Racers
of
punches
the
you in the
people
nuts.
didn't actually take aerodynamics.
It was very loud.
No.
I
You
killed
could make
Luffy.
the
Don't
best
die,
mistake.
Luffy.
You
You're a
could just make
warrior of
these, like, ungodly,
liberation.
like travesties on wheels, and they would race just as fast as everything else.
Oh yeah, Alex in the
I
brick
remember,
car.
like us playing, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "What the heck is that?" And my cart, and I'd be like, "That's an abomination."
And meanwhile, you were driving a
do.
brick on wheels.
It was
That was a
It
great
was
design.
sharp.
Aerodynamic
Not
is
art.
very.
I'm gonna like pull that out now and make the most ridiculous like thing I can think of.
Did you
Please
do
in
that?
the limitations of the system.
Probably
Please
not.
do it. Make an Instagram
How
post
fucking
of
dare
it. I
you?
think
Lied
it'd
to
be
the
hilarious.
audience.
That'd be so.
Apologize to them right
you're,
now.
You're just lying to the audience at all times in this episode.
What do you
That game
mean?
was solid too. Like it had really good control.
Solid. Bill, there should be a counter for how many times you
Hard,
said
really
solid.
hard.
Because
And
Like,
fun little
so-
power.
it's been
I-
many.
I say that
Power-up systems
even
is what I
today
wanted.
a lot.
Solid. Solid.
Bricks have different
Solid.
designs,
Just
and
like a
certain ones are
brick.
projectile
Solid. I'm
based,
gonna
others
throw
are
it out your
shields, others are
window.
straight up teleport.
Yep.
Or but the way they work is they have this cool stackable system where
Ooh,
all the
bricks
different
Stackable.
that
power-ups are
stack.
colored- like different colored
Bricks?
bricks, but then there's
Oh
the
my
white
god,
brick,
it's just
and the
like a
white brick is
Lego.
like the stack brick.
Legos. They
Yep.
stack
So
on
every time
each
you get
other.
like a white brick, it actually like levels up your power up that you have currently in your like I guess the hold spot.
Yep.
Hold
so, like,
spot.
My favorite is say the booster, where it's
Booster.
like it
Booster seat?
every power up goes up to 4,
Yep.
and the booster starts out it's this tiny little rocket, then it's like this big rocket, then
Big
it's like
rocket.
2 rockets, and then
Two
it just-
rockets.
The last one is just a straight up level warp, where it's like whoa, and like the shield is like progressively gets bigger.
Was me
the
making
miss-
fun of the
all, like,
hiccup
different,
that time?
missiles
That
and,
time was a
like,
legitimate
like,
hiccup.
projectile ones. It's a cool
It
At the
happens.
same time of
And
the
it makes it, like,
in-game.
it makes it,
The
like,
in-game, no, in podcast
tactical in a
hiccup.
way. Like, do you want to use it now or do you want to wait and like get a better version? Or sometimes you don't like the level warp one. Sometimes you don't want the level warp. Sometimes you just want
Yeah.
the boost.
I do notice that earlier episodes were a lot of just me talking and you occasionally going, yeah, in the
Yeah.
background.
It's something I think
It
kart racing
definitely
should bring
was
back on
more
this thing.
one-sided
Yeah.
in
Lego
terms.
Racers had a sequel.
Yeah.
on the PlayStation 2, and they didn't actually
That should
have
be a
that
soundbite.
feature, which made
Just
it
me
so
going,
much less interesting.
Yeah.
I think, anyways. I don't remember Lego Racers 2. I don't. We didn't own it.
I don't think so. That's like one thing I'm like, that was something that was so cool about the game because it was so innovative. Like it was taking the popular
Innovative.
kart race.
Alex using all these big words like it was so innovative.
different, fun, and like
It
Different.
cool.
Fun.
felt like a
I'm
Lego
literally
game. This is before,
describing
like, the Lego
nothing.
games
I don't
became
know.
just
I
the
had
Lego
no idea
games
what I
that
was
came
fucking
today.
talking
I
about.
wonder if they'll ever do like a remake of that game.
They should do that.
Or
But,
just a
like,
new.
Oh, did you see that video I sent you about Tamagotchi Life?
They really
Yes.
the cart
I want.
thing
They
too, 'cause I
should.
feel like now
Nintendo Switch,
they could
bring
actually
us
take
back
into account,
Tamagotchi
like,
Life. It's a great fucking
aerodynamics,
game.
like,
I
all
want
that
it
sort of
now.
stuff. That would be so
They're making a Hello Kitty Island
I love it.
Animal Crossing game right now.
Did you
That
see
would
that
be-
they're
that would
also
be
making
fun
a
if
new
you
Mario
made,
and
like,
Luigi
a
game?
box,
Yes.
And like it actually
That
affected
looks
like
good.
you went as like
I'm hyped.
snail's pace, like you could
I-
barely go.
I knew you would when I saw it. I was like, oh, Bill must be
Oh, but
happy.
then everyone would just literally make like a chassis on wheels.
No, but then they could also do like, well, if it's only like so little, then your character could go flying out of the cart. So, or like it would be too fast, and you. I feel like they would have a way to work around it. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think that would be super
Um,
fun if they did that. I would love to see a remake of that.
Well, anyways, moving on. Still with kart racers. Do you remember Nicktoons Racing?
Yes,
We played a lot of kart
Yes.
racers.
we played the crap out of that.
We played
it
the.
so
You
much.
censor yourself right
What
there.
was
You were
fun-
gonna
I
say
know, I
shit.
want to say shit, and I said,
Both PlayStation and
shit,
PC.
shit. Now I
Yes,
just say it
remember
whenever.
playing it on the
'Cause-
PC.
You know what I haven't done in a
But I
while?
think we played it
They
were
together.
identical.
I haven't done the
Yeah.
voice. The voice that was stolen.
I always
Of
thought
mine.
what I always thought was funny though about that game was
Everyone
that game,
says I
to
sound
me,
like it.
was
I don't sound like that.
That was kind of like
I
the
forget his
passing of
name.
the torch moment for
What's the
Mr.
guy's
Sav-
name?
Nickelodeon.
Mr. Savage.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's copied my
Yeah,
voice.
It had,
'Cause,
the angry
the-
it had the Angry Beavers.
Oh, hit the Angry Beavers, the show that Alex thought was Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, Real Monsters. Yep.
All Real Monsters was Rocco's Modern Life.
Rugrats.
Well, you remembered it there.
Rocko's Modern Life.
I think
Ren and
SpongeBob.
Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy.
Was SpongeBob on there?
Ren and
Was he?
Stimpy,
Yes.
Ren and Stimpy.
That was
Wait.
SpongeBob. Was like the SpongeBob was like only like a year old at that point, I think.
And they threw him in. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, looking back on that, it just makes me think of all like the childhood Nickelodeon cartoons.
Well, you
It
know,
just makes
oh,
me so
Wild Thornberrys was in
nostalgic.
there too.
Oh, yep.
But what makes that so funny was SpongeBob was like, this was kind of like foreshadowing to what Nickelodeon is now, where they're basically just living off of like milking SpongeBob to death.
They're still doing
We
it.
still do. It's scary. Now they have
Every
spin-off
character in
shows
that
and
game
terrible movies with dolphins.
At least one
That ruin the lore.
representation or two at most.
What else does
Except for
Nickelodeon
SpongeBob.
have
SpongeBob
now?
had 3.
I don't know. I literally
But
think it's just
To be
SpongeBob.
fair, that one of them wasn't apparent at first.
Yep.
Because so there was SpongeBob and Patrick, obviously.
Yep.
And then the main villain of the game is the Mystery
Shows.
Racer, who, spoiler alert, ends up being Plankton.
Oh, well, I actually did a. Oh god, my
Oh,
voice.
that's so funny.
Which I didn't
forgot
find
about
Did
that.
I did a
Years later,
spoiler
I was
thing
actually
there.
good
That's
enough
funny.
to,
Good enough
beat
to
the
beat
game.
it. Oh, that's so funny.
I remember the intro to that game was creepy as a kid too.
Yeah. I feel like a
Or-
lot of games were a little creepy as a kid. You look back.
They
and
have
you're like, "Oh,
SpongeBob,
that's weird. That's
Camp
weird."
Coral, which is a
It's
SpongeBob.
just funny looking back.
Other
at that, because
SpongeBob
that's
show.
Like
They have the
that
Patrick
was like
Star
one of the
show.
final hurrahs of old school
Ugh.
Nickelodeon before
Yeah.
it really like evolved.
And then
Yeah,
replays
and it started coming like the live action.
of Victorious and Zoe 101 and iCarly.
Yeah. I miss old
live
school.
action
Great.
shows and
And then they have like
Extra
3
weird.
Ninja Turtle shows.
Yeah.
Weird. I mean, there were some good ones, but there was a
The
lot of
Loud
weird
House.
stuff. Like,
Fairly Odd Parents,
So
they're
maybe
also
we can
milking.
try a pod-
Well,
we
they're
could do
just
probably
playing
an entire
replays.
podcast on
Oh, no, they
Nickelodeon
started a new
at some
one.
point.
we could probably.
Yeah.
All right, well, anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be.
Oh no!
See you then.
The end! We don't have that anymore. Bling!
I'm skipping this.
You're skipping it?
Yeah, we're not giving them free advertising.
And it's not.
No,
very
I mean, Anchor isn't even a thing anymore, so.
I know.
Anchor app.
Go away.
We're back.
So
Here we are.
We're
yeah. So continuing on with the Nickelodeon theme, real quick, we also have SpongeBob Super Sponge.
Yes.
Jesus.
Not the
I don't remember Super
not the
Sponge.
first
That was the
SpongeBob
2D
game,
one
but
that was,
one of
like,
the first.
On PlayStation, it was crap.
And
Yeah.
it's not very good.
That's why. Yeah, that's probably why I blocked it out.
So this one was weird. Like it was like a side.
This one was weird.
Yep.
It
really
was
slippery
fucking
controls.
weird.
Yep.
And so SpongeBob, all the character graphics were like sprites,
Go away.
I remember.
but
Go away.
the world was
Where
like
are you?
3D, but it was like
My screen.
really like
Something popped up on my
photorealistic
screen. It
3D.
scared me.
It was wonky looking. It looked
Wonky.
Yeah,
Wonky.
it's very
That's a word that we
wonky
both
looking
still
game.
use.
But
Yes, Willy Wonka.
it also had
Willy
that
Wonka.
like
He's a favorite
super
chocolatier.
compressed audio
Willy
where like
Wonka.
all the
Willy
character
Wonka.
voices sound like they're in like a bubble
Yep.
whenever they talk, and it's like really
Oh,
like
I remember,
really like
like-
hot.
Like really ear grating. Not
Yeah.
pleasant.
But
Ear grating.
Not
one of my
pleasant.
favorite parts about,
Not
about it was,
pleasant.
so the whole plot of the game is it's Patrick's birthday, and all SpongeBob wants is a signature from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy,
Yep.
All he wanted.
an autograph. And they are
And he
just
couldn't
like,
get
the
it.
biggest jerks for no reason.
Yeah, they were like
always jerks.
No, but they were, like-
send
Game.
SpongeBob off
they were
to
extreme like
fetch
a-holes in this
like,
game.
get them
Yeah.
lunch, do their
I mean, I
dry
get it.
cleaning,
SpongeBob's
all this
annoying.
random stuff. So
This was,
SpongeBob,
like,
goes
season
from place to
2
place
though.
on these
Like they
levels, including going to
he
the
hadn't
future
gotten that bad
laboratory,
yet.
True.
to inside like this like bonefish, like the oh god, the graphics in this game are weird.
Yeah.
But the most hilarious thing about this game is that, well, there's two things. When you finally actually beat the game and you get the thing, the final goal for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy before they give you the autograph is you have to fix their TV, and SpongeBob clearly doesn't know what he's talking about doing, so he does such a hack job that after they give him the thing, the TV breaks immediately, and Mermaid Man like threatens to kill him.
Yeah, that does happen. It's weird.
So
That's
random.
scary.
I remember like Mermaid Man just being like a
It
jerk.
was weird because like you were used to
I don't like
Barnacle
how
Boy
it's
being an
so
asshole.
sick. Like, I
They
hate
made
it.
Mermaid Man
It's
an
funny
asshole
because
too.
Barnacle Boy was always a jerk,
Ugh.
even in the show. But
Yeah.
Mermaid Man was like super jerk in this
Yeah.
one. Granted, they were only like they probably had like one appearance at this point, so they really
Yeah.
didn't have characters.
They weren't
But
really
my
fleshed
God.
out or anything.
Mm. And then the other hilarious
Yeah.
part is
I'm starting to question my thoughts now.
It's just Patrick at his birthday by himself, and he's just
I mean-
going, "Oh, nobody likes me."
Oh,
my
poor
God, I
Patrick.
remember.
We were
it's
still
so
pretty.
sad. Because I
It's
remember
like-
that.
We
so
still weren't.
much,
We hadn't
the
unhinged ourselves
controls
yet
were
at this
so
point.
poor, you'd get the game over
Yeah,
screen
true.
so many times.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you'd hear that audio so much. Oh my god! As soon as you said that, it came back in my head, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Did it really, Alex?
Oh,
Nope,
Mm.
probably not.
No, I just remember that because it was like so dark for no reason.
Yep.
It's like, oh my god, yeah, that game.
Oh
you know
my
that game had
god.
a Game Boy Advance version too. That's like slightly different.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, I didn't know
significantly
there was
different.
an advanced version.
What are you talking about?
I got it recently and played it. I'm like, it's actually slightly better, but it's still not.
No, it's
good.
not.
Yeah. Is it
No,
like
it's
the controls
not.
Are slightly better, but still poor.
It looks slightly. It looks slightly nicer.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
it's
So
not
the
doing
controls
the-
are still
He's-
poor.
Stop spewing these
Yeah,
lies
it's
past
not
me.
good, it's not as disturbing.
Can't help it.
Bad.
And you
not
don't have
good, but
Patrick-
it's not-
You don't have Patrick wanting to kill himself at the end of the
Oh,
game.
Jesus.
depressing looking back on it. Yikes.
It is. And this was early SpongeBob.
Clip
too,
that.
before Patrick
Just
was,
clip
like,
that for the
really
future.
half the time.
I know they really made like Patrick like such a like not likable character towards the end.
It's really sad how much you relate with Squidward as you grow up.
Now we're just
yeah,
talking about
that's why
SpongeBob.
I'm like,
Yep,
We are literally all Squidward nowadays.
That's true.
oh yeah.
you're Squidward.
Especially now.
I'm
Oh,
Squidward. We're
Everybody
up.
is Squidward.
I literally was doing that in the episode too. That's
Word,
great.
Squidward.
Yep.
How many Squidwards are there?
There.
Mow.
Wow.
Oh god.
Wow.
Classic SpongeBob was like on point.
Oh.
On
No,
point.
like I
That's a
said,
word I don't
still
use like
can
ever anymore.
Never watch SpongeBob. Well, the newer SpongeBob again because of that toenail episode.
Yeah.
It
listen.
haunts me.
It haunts me still to
Like,
this
why would
day.
who animated that and who said, "Oh yeah,
Honestly,
children's TV. Let's rip someone's toenail off." Ew. It was.
I still
sorry,
agree with
is a
this.
tangent, but it makes me so.
Well, no, yeah,
angry
the
because
toenail
it's
episode
gross,
was
and I didn't want to see that. on
Horrifying.
ridiculous.
That's my
Yeah.
tangent.
But
I'll bring it up
and
any
honestly,
chance I
we
can.
should do a Nickelodeon podcast at some point because we could talk a lot.
Oh yeah.
I want a
Yeah.
popsicle.
Anyways, moving on from SpongeBob, another classic
Want
cartoon at the
popsicle.
time was. Do you remember Bugs Bunny Lost in Time?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Lost
is
in
ano-
time.
This is another really good one.
Oh yeah.
So this was another 3D platformer, but this one had really solid controls, awesome voice acting. Like it is very on point with Warner Brothers style humor.
On point.
Yes.
On point.
You can
I-
tell
I
they
just
really put
remember,
a
like-
lot of effort into the game.
What was the other thing you kept saying?
Mm. I just always remember like
Solid, but I say solid
Solid.
still to this day.
Like very solidly designed. Like, I
They're
like
very
the time
solidly
travel
designed.
because you could just like go to like all these different eras and then. I don't think I ever beat that one though. Honestly, I need
I
to
don't
sit
think
down and
you
play it
did.
again.
Loser.
No, I don't think we got there.
Loser. Have you beat it since? Loser.
But I remember it being.
I did
good,
actually play
but
this
I
game
think what happened
somewhat
was, I
recently.
think you got that.
Did you beat it?
You got like Crash
No.
Bandicoot or
But
another game.
I
and then
played
you
it.
went to
Loser.
like, you just didn't ever-
Loser.
what I think happened?
Loser.
I think the PlayStation 2 came out around that point,
Oh yeah, I think that's probably it.
and we had just kind of moved on by this point.
Yeah. But it was a good game. Like I remember, I have some
It was a
solid
good
memories of
game.
That game, like the music was good, the voice
Oh, yeah.
acting, characters were good. Like, oh, such a
No.
good game.
I love your just
From
ugh.
a good Looney Tunes
Ugh.
theme game
Ugh.
to a not so good Looney Tunes theme game. Do you remember the Tiny Toons Plucky's Big Adventure?
I
So-
remember that.
I played this recently just to see how bad it was.
I
It is so
remember
bad.
playing it,
Is
but
it
I don't
terrible?
remember a
Oh
lot
my
about it.
God.
I think I
It's-
blocked it out.
I actually beat it.
Okay.
Like I managed to beat it, which was kind of
This
cool.
But it was not a good time, I'm assuming.
No, it was so.
Odd games.
It is a weird game.
Yep.
Because I recently actually played it again, wanting to do a blog post about it.
Yep.
And
So this one's actually true
I
because I
finished
played
it
it around
that
that point. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
It's
recently
incredibly
being
fun game.
multiple years
Basically,
ago
it's-
in
it's
this context
an
as well.
Well,
adventure
no.
where
I
you
did
walk
actually
around
play the game
in
like
school
Oh,
and just
okay.
solve
a month
puzzles.
ago, just out of curiosity.
Every level is
Oh, everything is coming back to me now. Oh my god. it's all
Yeah.
Coming back.
like it
The game was
also-
kind of
it was-
eerie. I remember
was
playing it
movies.
because like there was like no
I
music,
think no, like there
Yeah.
might be music, but
and it
They
was
said
just
wasn't
weirdly
very
silent.
poor- Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It-
music.
it was
Honestly,
a
when a
very
game is
sterile
silent,
game
it just
almost.
adds to the creepy factor.
Because there's no
You're just
voice
so
acting
used
and
to a
everything.
game having music
Yeah,
that when they
and
don't choose to have music,
I mean, some
it's
of the
usually
puzzles
for a
were
reason or
somewhat clever,
because
but
the
at
game
same
fucking
time, like,
sucks.
it was,
Well, it's like in a
and
game
the best part about it is the whole goal is like
Doki Doki Literature Club. Like there's points where like the music just goes quiet and it's just so much more
Yeah.
eerie.
Yep.
And as you get through the game, once you finally, the
Stupid.
payoff is hilarious because once you finally build the time machine, literally, Plucky like the bike goes into the
Plucky.
future, but Plucky just crashes.
That's
into
a
the wall.
that's a show that the game it's
And
bad is
Plucky
bad,
is
but
gone.
the
It's
show
just
itself
like
is
the whole
pretty
game was for nothing.
has aged pretty well. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember much of Tiny Toons, I won't lie, so
They
I'd
they
have to go back.
Yeah.
the drinking
The
episode
game
is still one of the
overall
most
felt
insane episodes ever.
pretty crap.
It's like thinking about it logically. He probably could have done his homework in the amount
What
of
do you-
time it spent.
What evil are you
Stop.
trying?
I just thought of something.
Oh,
I'll wait.
that's So stupid.
I'll wait.
Yeah,
I'll
that
wait.
one wasn't spectacular by any means. I always remember though. I just came back to me because I remember I finished it in literally under an hour. It was
Oh
that
my
short.
god. That's so funny. I feel like a lot of them
Oh,
were
boy.
almost like they didn't have a lot of playtime, but like you were so new to video games. I think they were aiming for that crowd of new to video games that it
Oh, yeah.
would take them a long time to do it. But looking at it now, it
How
would
fucking dare you!
No.
I'm
So
gonna
moving
mute
on,
your mic.
Here's another racer. Do you remember Hot Wheels Turbo Racing?
yes.
That was my mic.
You always do
And I
this.
think Hot Wheels Turbo-
Why can't I mute
We
you?
did. I think that might be why.
It's not
we liked it so
fair.
much, but
Yeah.
on the funniest part about Hot Wheels Turbo
Removed
Racing,
from
I always
stage.
will
What does
remember
that
A
do?
for the
That'll kick you from the
Hot Wheels
episode.
for the day, but
Does
also
it like
the
cut my
intro music
audio?
was the
Yes.
intro music
Oh,
was fuel
okay, I
by
won't
Metallica,
do that.
So it's like, give me fuel, give me 5 every time you start the game.
Oh my god! Yup. It's all coming back now. Oh
Did I
my
just-
God. That's so funny.
Random
That- they
Metallica
would
reference.
Never do that now. Mattel would never.
Well,
do
no,
that.
that was
Well,
the
no, it's-
beginning of the
You have to pay-
Hot
you have
Wheels
to pay
game.
I know, it's just me trying to sing it was great.
That's funny to look back and think about. Like, I wonder if they did ask Metallica or if they just used it. Like, I wonder because it was
No,
such
no,
a
they
different...
definitely did because they definitely they definitely had to pay royalties. I mean, this is Metallica we're talking about, the Napster guys.
Yep.
But,
Metallica.
Yeah, but I always remember that. It was so this one was pretty. Cool.
Do that again, your hair
Cars
disappeared.
Were, based off of actual Hot Wheels toys from the time,
Yep.
like the classic ones, and Kyle Petty's NASCAR Hot Wheels car at the time, because of course, why not?
Yep.
But the levels in that one were really cool, like
You can't
really
see
creative
me.
levels, like
You
a lot
can't
of
see
obstacles
me.
you had to dodge. Hot Wheels games were surprisingly good back in the day.
Yeah, I remember we had the Hot Wheels computer games too, and I remember playing
Are we
those a
gonna
lot,
talk
too,
about the
the
computer?
computer
Are you
ones.
gonna be
Oh,
great?
the stunt track driver.
Yes, I remember that because I remember. What...
We'll save that one for.
Oh yeah,
we'll
true.
save
we can
that
talk
one for-
about
Stop muting me! I'm gonna mute you.
Old PC games.
Oh,
Podcast
bitch!
at some point.
I every time you keep muting yourself.
I know. Why can't I mute you? not
And
fair.
among other things, but
Monkey.
getting
How do
back
I
to
mute you?
PlayStation,
You
the
can't.
other one that was,
Maybe if I click
a
on.
surprisingly
What happens if I
solid
click
game
on
for
the
the
duck?
time was, do you remember the original Spider-Man game?
Oh, we're talking about
Yes, I
Spooderman.
do. I remember playing that
Spooder?
together.
I remember it mostly for the
Spooderman
music.
podcast.
Yep.
Oh my!
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
does whatever. Yeah.
I like how you tried to sing it and just kind of didn't.
It's the
Singer.
music
Yeah,
in
I
that-
wasn't as confident when it came to
but,
anything.
Was that the
You
first
made me
appearance?
cry.
I heard that echo.
It was the first
You made
appearance
me
of
cry.
the first appearance of. Well, probably not even the first, but it was an appearance of
The music in
Alex's
that game,
crocodile
composed
tears.
by Tommy Tallarico.
They're not
it was, like,
crocodile
bassy and
tears.
funky
They're
as
real.
Yep.
one-
Like whenever like you get into like a fight in that game, it's like the bass just pops. It's like dun 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 dun, dun like crazy stuff.
Yeah. Start.
Don't you mute me again.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm the
I think
entertaining
it's
one.
probably
No,
of the
just
first,
kidding.
like truly great superhero
I'm the
games.
stupid one.
Because it was just like it was crazy like how well made that game was. That was made by Neversoft, the people who did the Tony Hawk series after eventually.
Oh, that's funny.
But
You had no idea who they were
levels
at
really
the time.
cool, even-
Oh, that's
even though,
funny.
like, it did,
Ha,
the
ha,
web
ha.
swinging didn't really make
Ha, ha,
sense
ha,
because you
ha.
could basically swing
Ha,
anywhere
ha, ha,
in
ha,
the
ha.
sky, no matter what.
Ha, ha,
But I mean,
ha. My
whatever.
fake laugh
We
has
had
definitely
better
gotten
web
better.
swinging
Hey, it
later.
was fun. It was fun. That's what
It was
matters.
fun.
I always like
It
the
was
logic
fun.
that he's-
It was
I always
fun.
like the
I
logic
didn't
that
play
he
it,
just
but it was
attaches
fun.
at the top of your TV screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, like, at
I have nothing to say here, so I'm gonna pretend.
It's a guy
I'm
who
gonna-
shoots webs from his hand. Like, who cares? at
This is
that
the start
point?
of Alex just making up something to say.
Shut up!
Anyways,
You pick topics where I have no commentary.
Because their way of not having to render full cities was they basically made the whole plot about
Wasn't
the
it
city
covered
gets
in
flooded.
fog? Yep.
It gets flooded
Vomit?
in poison gas, so it's like
was covered in
this is our
vomit?
reasoning for why you can't go touch the ground because there's poison gas.
This is why we don't have to render all the graphics.
Bill, I forgot
What?
to
Hey,
ask.
and
Smart
honestly-
for the time.
What?
What
Smart
are you
for the time it
drinking?
worked.
Yeah, that game, it runs great. Like it's a very
A ranch
solidly
water.
made game.
You're drinking
Great voice
ranch
acting,
dress?
Stan Lee does all, like,
This
the
joke
directions.
is never funny,
Oh,
but you
that's
always
so
make it.
cool. That's actually, like,
Oh,
so sad.
you wanna
Looking
hear a
back
joke?
now, like, oh, if you
Well,
played
this
that
I
is-
game-
got a book.
You gotta remember though, this is
Fucking
before
go
all
grab
the
it.
Marvel movies and stuff. So this was
Don't-
before Stan Lee
Yeah.
cameos were everywhere.
No,
But,
that was like his first.
I'm not listening to
cameo
those
almost,
jokes.
like,
I-
not really,
maybe-
I bet, but
I'm
it was
not
one
sure.
of
Oh,
his first. like,
It wasn't
sure
letting me
Stan Lee
unmute
at this
myself.
No, the second I unmuted you, you muted yourself again.
But going on from there too, one of my favorite things about that game.
I'm not gonna lie, we were kind of boring.
The
I
cheats
I
were
know
really
it was stress, so it's really boring.
So the cheats, the game, it's not so much the cheats.
Oh, this is just
that I
the
remember
intro.
most, it's what you could do on the cheat menu that was genius. That never saw Spider-Man. Just his model.
I'm just gonna
goes
skip
pops
this. We've
up,
already heard it.
just punches it and then goes away.
actually play the card game, basically.
Made, well, I have no idea. Actually, it was made by the creators of the card game. So.
Oh, so maybe we just don't know how to play the card game. Is what
No,
you're
no, no.
saying.
That game literally just doesn't follow the rules of how the card game actually is. Then
What
again,
game are we
the anime
talking
didn't
about?
Follow the rules either. So.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh no, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Oh, that
But
anime.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was a classic. That game's actually a treasure. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
that's
Bill.
So
But
funny.
Hey, Bill.
What?
anyways,
What?
Why'd
pretty
the
much
dad
at the
sell
end
his
of our
vacuum
list here,
cleaner?
So now actually, we're gonna go with our final game that we have probably the most memories of.
Yes,
is,
yes, yes, yes,
and
yes.
this isn't.
What were you
Yes,
doing?
yes,
This one
yes.
isn't
Yes,
licensed.
yes,
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 yes.
yes,
This
yes,
one
yes,
isn't
yes.
licensed. This one is just a
Oh,
very
this is the first
obscure,
appearance, Alex, of Tiny
It was
Tank.
gathering
platforming
dust
action game, I guess you could say.
for the people who
But,
wanted to
Best
know.
Tiny
game.
Tank.
Best
Tiny
game,
Tank.
good
Oh,
game,
I loved it.
Fully titled.
best jokes
fully
right
titled
here.
Tiny
Alex,
Tank up
The Unhinged is starting to come out a little here.
Why did Mom
Yeah.
buy this for us?
She didn't. She bought it for Dad,
Oh, okay.
and we just kind of acquired it.
It
Bill,
became ours. At
what
one
kind
point.
of sandals?
Oh my God.
We kind of borrowed it one day and never gave it back. You
No,
know.
what kind of
Exactly.
sandals do
It's always
pros
how it
wear?
was as
Can we
kids.
wait till after
Sorry, Dad doesn't
the
play
video's
games
over?
anymore anyways, so.
Nope.
All right, I'll be back.
But,
So you're agreeing to one dad joke.
where do we begin with Tiny Tank?
We're talking
You
about
can
Tiny
send it to
Tank, Alex.
I don't
We did a podcast on
honestly,
Tiny
I
Tank.
just-
We did. So this was the first
It
appearance.
did. The cutscenes, the full on. So the game, the way
The
the
game-
game works is
the
it's
game-
actually a really cool idea. Is
the-
all the levels in the game take place
All the
after
levels.
like the story that is being explained in the cutscenes.
Mhm.
So all the cutscenes, the CGI, like nice like CGI ones, are like a kind of like a prequel to the actual what's going on in the game. So it's kind of like they slowly, as you play through the game, you get built up to what's actually going on.
I don't remember how we did it in the
But they're so
games that shaped
freaking
this
funny.
episode, but I bet it was more.
Tiny Tank, the actual
Entertaining?
tank, like, that you play
Yeah.
is a snarky little jerk. And it's
This
amazing.
is making me realize that
I just
we were
remember
so
all the
boring
jokes.
when we
I,
weren't
like, wanna go
unhinged.
back and either look up like a playthrough or play it myself because I feel like I get the jokes more now too.
Well, then, like, we're hiding
Yeah, like,
swears and we're.
that went over our head.
Like
Oh,
we're
there was
trying to
fun.
be clean
Tiny
and
Tank.
professional. But
Oh,
that's
I
just
wanna
not
go back
Tiny
to
who
Tank's
I
funny.
am. Maybe you, but not
The
me.
game is it's basically.
So
like
I think
platforming
at the
and hybrid
time, this was
slash
like the
action
best
game
we
where
had
you get a bunch
done.
of levels, and you usually have
Yeah.
there's a
But by
subtype
like the
in
time we
there
got to
that you have
season
take out.
2 and things really
Basically, you
started
have
to
kind
pick
of
up,
go
The,
around
the,
levels
the
and
time when I
build
just
up your
started
arsenal
losing
of
my
weapons on your
mind,
tiny tank, and then
like really when I lost
take
my
out the said
marbles, is
tank
when the
and
show really
then
picked
stack
up.
the
you know what
objective
the
platform
episode that
and
probably started that was? That was probably the
it's
anime
just this
episode.
hilarious, like, sense of humor. Like, in the
Probably,
background, you
maybe.
have, like,
Didn't
the
we do
the
it
villain of the
so
game,
not
like,
that
he's
long
doing his
after
radio
this?
broadcast the whole time.
Yep.
We
Just
should have
talking
reacted
you,
to that one
getting
instead, but it's
progressively
too
more
late now.
agitated
We're
as you
already
take
an
out
hour
more
in, and I'm not doing another
enemies.
recording.
Yep.
I always remember
Oh.
the first boss, because the first boss
Well, it can be
he's
another
like this,
episode.
like, cowboy guy.
No,
Yeah.
it'll be a
When you
bonus
defeat him,
thing.
You
You
take
get
his
his
cowboy
hat.
hat. So
You
Tiny
take
Tank
his
just has
cowboy.
He just has a. Yeah,
Okay, you take his cowboy hat.
Tiny Tank just has like a cowboy hat the entire game.
Alex, the Unhinged was
Oh.
starting to come out a little here.
Love
It's just-
that.
it's
It was like a whisper.
It was
A
like, it was
whisper
really
of
You were like,
what I am.
fun
You were like,
game,
yes,
actually.
yes, 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 and he took his cowboy hat.
No one really knows
It's-
Yeah,
about
but
it,
like that's
so
barely
fun.
anything compared to my. I was talking about
studio
cat
that
shit
made
for an
Tiny
hour,
Tank
Phil.
is a very
Like,
obscure studio called And Now Productions.
Clearly, I
Oh.
don't give
They
shit
literally
anymore.
They
But
made
you
two
mean
games.
yep?
They made Tiny
You mean
Tank.
yep? Look, I'm
and
gonna
then they
mute
also
you.
made another game called Mort the Chicken.
Yep, mute yourself again.
Okay.
Fucking bitch.
Tiny Tank is significantly better than Mort the Chicken.
Okay.
But they both
Mort-
have that
Mort the
really
Chicken, that's a game.
What does that
sense of
have to do
humor.
with anything?
It's
Mort
it's
Chicken
the
is
same
just
developer.
weird. Mort the Chicken
Yeah,
is
but
just
I
straight
don't
up
know
weird.
that.
Like, ugh.
Well, you asked who made the game, and so we talk about who made the game.
But
Look it up
Tiny
sometime.
Tank.
It's
Tiny Tank.
one of my favorite levels. One of my favorite levels in Tiny Tank is.
I'm still very good at interrupting, you
there's
know.
like
Well, no, the Unhinged
the
was
level is
starting
very
to come
fun.
out
It's like-
here.
It's just an arena.
A
And
whisper.
basically,
A
all you have to do
whisper.
for the level. Well, actually, no. The level before it's even shorter. You're on a conveyor belt, and
Yep.
you basically have to
I
like
remember that.
take out. You gotta
No, you
basically,
didn't.
like, you have to get through like this vacuum tube to get to the next level.
Mhm.
But the only way to do it is you have to like get on top of one of these. It's like a piece of like they call it nanometal in the game, but touching the nanometal hurts you because it's like super hot. So you have to like get it cooled. So you have to like time it.
Very
on top
interesting.
of the metal.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Me.
Suck it
I
through the
kind of
thing.
forgot we were talking about Tiny Tank at
It's
this
kinda
point.
challenging, but then the next level is literally just a The next level is literally a it's just a mountain of nanometal, and the goal is you have to basically take out the metal mountain.
Yep.
And the way you do it is you basically just keep shooting at the metal and overheat it until it explodes.
Yep.
But the thing is,
Goes
there's these
boom.
cooling robots who are trying to
Boom,
keep it cool,
boom.
so you have to take them out constantly while still overheating the mountain. It's just a cool idea.
Yeah.
Like there's some like
I'm starting to wonder how we got 30 minutes out of Tiny Tank later on.
Yeah.
Very different from the rest.
Granted, we were better at
Oh,
talking.
so underrated.
Also,
We need a
hey,
remake
how's
of
it
Tiny
been?
Tank. I'm starting a
How you
petition.
been? That adds
Remake
Oh,
quite a bit
Alex,
of content.
Alex, quiet. You're starting a position.
Coming out. Someone do it, please.
A petition?
Oh,
Remember?
that was great. You're
Oh,
like, I'm starting a petition. You start your spiel, and then you're like, someone else make it, please. I don't actually want to do it.
Well, that's what the petition's for.
Time to explode and die.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyways, like looking back at it, we played a lot of weird stuff on the PlayStation.
And our dad's just been playing bass in the background this entire
Yes.
time.
We played on the PlayStation, Dad played on the
Pretty
bass.
good memories, I'd have to say.
Let's be fair though. I mean, we
Let-
did
let-
enjoy
let-
everything we
let-
played at the time.
That's all,
Yeah,
folks.
I mean, even
Wait,
if we were frustrated and mad, we still went back and played it. So
It's really funny thinking about it now because it's like, yeah, we'd be playing Crash or I'd be playing Final Fantasy 7. I mean, not 7, 8.
Yep.
And then the rest of the time we were just playing this licensed Garbo.
yeah.
Garbo.
Garbo, that's a word.
That's a word I've never
Not
heard.
all of it though.
Yeah, some was horrible.
Oh man.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, some of it.
Spicy.
Some of it.
Oh, you're still using hot garbage, I see.
Well, yeah, that's a great word.
Oh.
No, Garbo.
I could never beat the third. level.
Garbo sounds like
Yep.
Gabbo.
It's
And you know
Gabo.
that Powerpuff Girls game.
It's Garbo.
Oh yeah.
Gabbo's twin brother that everyone fucking hates.
That was Yeah, it was like
That
a
was
beat
easy.
'em up, I
Sorry.
think.
The way you said that sounded
I
like
don't
an
think
easy
Fighting
button.
controls
game?
were
Oh, you mean one of these?
Like, I don't think anything worked.
That was easy.
I'm
I don't think the
not.
game
Go
was-
back
was
and listen to
broken,
that
yeah.
2 seconds
I
ago.
don't- or
That
maybe,
you
like,
sounded
my
like an
controls
easy
just
button.
didn't work or
No,
something,
I just think the game was broken.
but, yeah, it was.
All the
I
games were
was-
broken.
It was a
wasn't-
cash grab made to be crap.
It was a cash grab.
Grab.
You also had that Bratz game that you literally didn't know what to do.
Bratz.
Oh yeah, the brown.
The
Oh,
the
yeah.
dancing one.
Oh
Yeah, it like
I
also
still
the
do
one
that.
where it just did not make sense and you didn't know what you were doing and we were like, all right, this is. A
Whatever
game
happened to
I don't
that
know
game?
what to do."
That's a
I
good
don't fucking
question.
know.
Bratz had a lot of games too.
Bratz had a
Like,
lot of
like,
games.
They had like a Wii game, I remember, and they had like a lot of computer games.
Those-
We talked about the computer game later on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bratz. What a time. They don't even make
you
them
remember
anymore.
Oh, they do
No,
now.
I think they came back.
Yeah, they're
did bring
back.
them back.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I was like, I think they came back.
I saw them in the store one
No,
day,
I
so-
think though that they
But,
officially brought them back.
Do you remember PlayStation DDR?
Yes. we had the It like
Didn't
smelled
work.
bad too.
It
Talking
smelled
Like, it
bad.
didn't work and it smelled like weird plastic.
Plastic.
I just
Yeah.
remember it smelled really bad for some reason.
I wonder if we still have the dance pad.
It's still in the basement, as far as I know.
Is it bad that I had more fun playing or trying to play other games with the dance pad than I did playing DDR with the dance pad?
That's actually hilarious. No,
I
you
still-
do with all the wonky controllers. You gotta try and play. all the
You said wonky.
games with a lot.
You said wonky.
Honestly,
What?
I think I
Well,
still
Willy
have-
Wonka.
I still have
Wah, wah.
that DDR game.
That's so
DDR.
Check it out sometime and see what the music is.
Why does it sound like you're
See if you have
talking
the
so
dance
fast
pad,
right
too.
there?
I feel like we might not. I feel like we
Might have been, like,
have to
recording
play 'cause
fucked up.
I have no idea where they would be, but if we have them, we gotta
Nah.
bring it out. Bring it back.
No, we need to find the Nintendo GameCube one and play DDR Mario Mix
Oh,
I own that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
because I have that. I do
Yeah.
have that somewhere.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Oh wow.
We'll do that.
So
Yes, sir.
I guess to wrap, this up,
Thank
what
God.
was probably your favorite?
Jeez.
Tiny Tank, of course.
Tiny
Okay.
tank.
I love that.
I'd say it was.
You just wanted to
Tiny
talk
Tank
about
and
Tiny
Hot Wheels
Tank.
Turbo Racing were probably
Oh
the two we
yeah,
played the
Hot
most.
Wheels.
I mean,
Oh
yes.
yeah,
Like, I
Hot
completely
Wheels.
forgot the Metallica
Shut
song
up.
until you started singing it, and I was
You,
like,
you give me five, give me that,
it's
that.
all coming back.
Boom.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hmm. I mean, it worked for what it was because it was just like, give me fuel, give me fire.
Jesus.
Oh man.
I remember that. Like, that song is forever in my head because of that game. Oh, no, I'd have to agree. Hot Wheels and Tiny Tank were probably the ones that. Oh, and the Tigger game because that one was just
Yeah.
so cute and
Oh, and-
wholesome.
And 102 Dalmatians.
So yeah, I'd have to say those are like the best ones that we
Jesus Christ, guys, just ended already.
definitely.
I know, like, shut up!
Yeah. Oh man.
We're trying to stretch that
I
hour.
forgot about
That was a
lot
good
of those
chat.
games.
Like, because we were struggling
That
to
was
get
a
an
good
hour.
chat.
I can't believe.
Well, at the
You know,
time, it probably
Really
was.
funny, but those were some of probably the. This is one of the first.
It was a
ones
different
where
time in our
we
lives, Alex.
Really talked
It
about
was.
the games that shaped us.
No, definitely Tiny Tank.
Yeah, I mean,
Tiny Tank.
Oh.
not wrong. Most of these we covered in games that shaped us later on.
No,
Yep.
that was a good one.
You already established
will
this, Bill.
cover.
Enjoyed it.
Anyways, guys,
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us again on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Oh. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you can find
You
the
didn't do
Gaming
your
and
spiel.
What?
We're struggling.
Yeah, we were still.
Oh.
We're
No, but,
This was
anyway-
cringy.
Anyways, guys, you can find us on all the major
here it is.
podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts, along with Anchor. Anyways,
It doesn't exist.
join us as we discuss the games that shaped us. See ya.
Bye.
And
Uh,
oh,
What was that?
that was a good old you.
Oh, yeah, it's Anchor in the. Look at the old picture too.
Yep.
That's funny. In the music.
Get away from me with that.
That was
So
crazy. That
yeah.
sucked. We were so boring. Oh my god. I felt
So
like we just kept trying to fill the space because we were boring.
so we definitely had a structure,
Yeah, but
but my God,
we were so boring.
yeah,
Ugh.
we really were. Damn, I get that was the first time I've listened to that in 3 years.
Yeah,
So,
probably same.
boy, I thought we were more entertaining back then, but no, I
No,
guess not.
apparently not.
Oh man, now I'm really curious. When was the point where we really figured it out? I mean,
No.
I guess my reasoning was we figured out how to properly structure an episode by then,
Yeah.
but we still were trying too hard. Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was an interesting blast from the past, though.
That was a curse blast from the past.
Yeah. Like I said though in the beginning, though, we're probably not going to be doing any more of these episode wise. This was kind of a special occasion.
Yeah.
We'll be back to regular episodes next week at the time of this recording.
Yeah.
So other than that, Alex has a dad joke she wants to tell, so let's hear it before I lose interest.
Bill, what do you call recently married spiders?
What?
Newlywebs.
Yeah.
You want wait. That didn't make you
You
laugh.
You get one more,
That
and then
didn't
we're
make
ending
you-
this.
Okay. I had a good one and then I lost it.
Come
I had a
on.
good one. I had a good one. That's terrible. It's not even a good joke.
They're all terrible.
Oh, all right. This one's fitting. Okay. Oh no, I feel like I said this one last week. Never mind. I think I said that one already. Hey, Bill. Have you heard the joke about retired people?
No.
It doesn't work. That's actually okay. That wasn't bad. You can't tell me that one wasn't that bad.
That was something. All right. Well, we've gone on far too long at this point. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us on the Gaming Collecting Podcast. Gaming Collecting Podcast can be found on all your major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're also on YouTube, and you can find all of our links at Linktree/The Barber Who Games. And be sure to check out the SuperPod network of podcasters featuring a whole bunch of our buddies. We do a whole bunch of stuff. We actually recently just did
I wasn't invited.
You were at dance. It was also later at night. But we did recently did a group show, which was we talked about the Nintendo Direct. It's on the SuperPods network YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. And
I wasn't invited.
You would have said no.
You didn't even ask me. It's the thing that counts.
You were at dance. So
maybe I wasn't at dance.
No, you weren't.
What day was it?
It was at Wednesday during the point where we normally record the podcast, and you said you had dance.
You could have picked another day.
No, we couldn't because that was the only day that worked for everybody.
Fuck you.
Check that out, everybody.
No, don't check it out because I was excluded.
You wouldn't have wanted to be there anyways.
Maybe I wanted to. Maybe I wanted to hear about.
That serves you right. And with that, everybody, we'll see you all.
Did you hear?
Everybody heard that, and we will see you all next time, guys.
I thought it would have not picked up by the mic.
It wasn't high pitched. It was just a. Goodbye, everybody.
No, everyone, please message Bill and say, "How dare you exclude him? How dare you?" and just yell at him. Everyone. yell, podcast, 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 podcast.
Alex burps in every episode.